Sky from Be Mommy with Style, and today I'm going to be making some wreaths, and the first wreath I'm going to be doing is a Christmas themed wreath. You can see I have all my supplies laid out here in front of me. I am going with kind of a holly berry inspired wreath, and I'm planning on using some red burlap that I found at Hobby Lobby. I generally get most of my supplies at Hobby Lobby, however a couple of these embellishments, like this one, was found at Target. This is kind of the medium size wreath frame, and I've got this for $2.99 at Hobby Lobby. You can always use a coupon on this if you can find a 40% off coupon. It has 1, 2, 3 rungs. I'm going to be alternating my colors red, holly, and red, and I will show you how to do the 3-tier wreath today with the burlap. So first things first, I'm just going to cut a hole in the top of my burlap. It doesn't have to be anything perfect, just enough to get this twine through, and this is what I'm going to use to tie this burlap to my wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and just use one of the red pieces to start out, just a little hole here in the center. I'm going to come through here on the back and just knot that on there so that it stays whenever I'm pulling the burlap through. Then on the next rung down, I'm going to tie here in the middle, right here on the center where I'm making that my starting point, this holly berry print. And again, I'm just kind of making a crude knot here in the back. This is all going to be covered up, so I'm not really worried about making it too pretty or too specific, and I can cut those pieces off later. So then I have my 2 pieces of burlap attached to my wreath. So this is going to be my starting point. I'm just going to go through by pulling little loops through, and I'm going to alternate top, middle. The accent piece is going to be all the way through the middle on this one, so I'm just going to make a little loop there, and then I'm going to bring this red down around the bottom here. I'm going to tuck it in here to the bottom and pull it through, and that's going to make my loop on the bottom. So then I'm just going to alternate all the way around the wreath, and I'm going to do red, holly berry accent, and then red again. Alternating all the way down, and then start again on the top. And the nice thing about this burlap is that it's very stiff. It holds its shape very nicely once you get it placed where you want it to be. So you can see that it's forming really nicely already, and you don't have to do a lot of fussing with it. It just kind of naturally wants to hold its shape. Kind of push the burlap down to get it through, and then it'll reshape back up. Just pushing it through from the back. And then I'm bringing my accent piece here in the middle. Again, I'm just pushing it through and pulling the loop through. And then from the bottom, taking the same piece that's coming from the back there, I'm going to take it on the bottom area, pull it through, and it holds its shape very nicely. This little holly print is just starting to peek out, so I'm going to put it through this bottom rung here, get my loop going here on the bottom, and then I will go back to alternating here at the top and pull my loop through here at the top. Then about midway through the wreath, you will run out of the first spool of red burlap. So all I do to put these two together is use the twine again. I just have this twine that I got at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to cut it into a couple small pieces. I'm just going to use this to again cut the holes in the burlap. Take a piece of twine through there, match it up with the hole over here, and then just tie a crude knot like I did before. And you're on to your second spool. So now that I have my second spool tied, I'm going to go ahead and keep looping everything through. And I'm going to keep looping my way around the wreath and alternating red, holly accent, and then red down through the bottom. So now that I have it completed all the way around, I can go ahead and fill things in. What I'm thinking about is putting one large embellishment over here, and then maybe some little berries interspersed between. I do have this ho ho ho, but I'm thinking about saving it for a different wreath where I have actually a Santa theme with the belt. So I may go ahead and save that in the Jingle Bells and do that on a completely different wreath. So this is what the wreath is going to look like, and I'll start adding my embellishments. So to start my embellishments, the first place you want to do is decide where they're going to go, and since I do have this little bracket hole right there, that works very nicely for being the place where I'm actually going to poke this embellishment through. I'm going to make them semi-permanent. I'm not going to be doing any hot gluing or anything. I will leave it to where I could change them out if I wanted. But then, so since that embellishment is going to be down here, I'm going to take this and try to wiggle it through the hole that I want it in, and I'm just going to poke it towards the back. So this is what it looks like after I've pushed it in. You can see it's no worries. That wire was just a little bit underneath because this totally covers it up. You can see the backs of my wreaths are pretty crude, but I just poked this through here and I just wrapped it underneath this. If I wanted, these hard wired flowers stay in really nicely. If I wanted to, I could tie it to this burlap, but with it tucked in like that, it's very, very secure, and this is secure enough even for my front door. So since that piece is right there, I'm going to take about 3 pieces of these holly berries. I'm going to take these and I just want to intersperse these around. So I'm just going to kind of stick them onto the wreath where I think I might want them before I permanently place them. And that's roundabouts what it's going to look like. So then I will stick them in the same way, just kind of poking it through the wire. So those are the 3 places that I chose to put the holly berries in, and my center is going to end up being roundabouts right here where my hand is. So just try to space them out as evenly as I could. And these are just in there tucked in, so if I wanted to move them or take them out at any point, they are very easily to move to as well. So I'm just going to finish it by tying off a piece of the top with a little loop to hang it from. Tie it off, I'm just going to take my twine, put it up here at the top where I think I want my center to be. I'm just going to take this and tie it off and make a loop out of this. So this is my 2-tone Christmas wreath for my front door. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.